This property report is powered by realestate.com.au. Know the value of your home today. Track your property now.
To property now, and with the CEOs of two of Australia's biggest banks forecasting house price growth of at least 10% this year, it seems our market is growing from strength to strength, and increasingly we're attracting considerable attention from overseas buyers. To tell us more is John Healy from realestate.com.au. John, just who is eyeing Aussie property and why?
Well, good afternoon, Gabriella. An REA Insights analysis of overseas search activity on realestate.com.au has found that it's at record highs, led by property seekers in the UK and the US. There has been a huge surge in interest from the UK between December last year and March this year. It was up 43% during that period, which coincided with that country entering its third lockdown. So there's now more appetite from UK property seekers than from the US. It's really leapfrogged that country, as you can see there. Elsewhere, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Singapore and China are also huge searchers of Aussie property. We've seen many of those countries, all of those countries in fact, rise in year-on-year search activity, apart from China, which did decline 10%. The US search activity was up 30% year-on-year, and this sort of lower than anticipated number does coincide with the vaccine rollout in that country, as well as the presidential election there back in November. And in terms of where overseas seekers are looking in Australia, the Gold Coast is currently the most popular spot, especially amongst people in New Zealand and the UK. That's followed by the Sydney and Melbourne CBDs, the Greater Brisbane area and Perth CBD and its surrounding suburbs.
And John, closer to home, we had another strong weekend of sales last week, didn't we?
We certainly did. Clearance rates right around our major capital cities last week were very strong again, sitting between 86% and 96%. And if we have a look at Sydney, they're now 90.2% and Melbourne 86.4%, showing the very, very strong buyer demand continues in those key auction markets. Brisbane had its best clearance rate of the year, 91.4% recorded there. That's the best clearance rate in Brisbane since December. And the ACT, well, it could only trend down week on week. It had a 100% clearance rate a week earlier, 96.4% there last weekend, but still what a great time it is to be a seller in the national capital.
Yes, certainly strong results. What level of activity is on the cards for this weekend?
Well, we're expecting more than 2,100 homes to go under the hammer around our major capital city markets this weekend. That's an increase of 19% week on week. Sydney there with 731 scheduled auctions. That's up 18% on its number last week. Melbourne is back in Super Saturday territory. More than 1,100 homes scheduled to go to market in that market this weekend, a 20% increase week on week. And the ACT expecting its biggest weekend of auctions, more than 100 set to go to market there.
Certainly are going from strength to strength. And which properties are attracting interest this week?
Well, the most viewed homes on realestate.com.au this week that are also going to auction are dominated by family homes on big blocks, and Victorian homes very popular. 3 of the top 5 there in Victoria, led off by the home in Rye on the Mornington Peninsula. But if we take a look now at the beautiful home at 3rd Avenue in Semaphore Park, it is a lovely home, our second most viewed home this week going to auction. Beautifully appointed, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 750 square metre block, parking for 10 car spaces, but that doesn't quite tell the whole story. There's actually a garage with a 3-car workshop and hoists included. So for anyone mechanically minded or any car enthusiasts that are looking for a home near the water in Adelaide, this could be the perfect property. This home is going to auction on Saturday morning in Adelaide.
Oh, a big weekend ahead. John Healy, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.